Good afternoon, everybody. This is my review of Arsenal's pre-season. I'll tell you what, this pre-season has been quite different from many others that we've witnessed as fans and as a football club. Very ups and downs. You know, not plenty of ups, plenty of downs. I'd say like up until maybe a week ago, the downs did outweigh the ups. But you know, I'd like to think that we've learned a lot since our Europa League defeat to Chelsea. We've gone out, we've invested, we've strengthened. The pre-season results have been mixed, as you would expect, because it is pre-season after all. I say that we're strengthened. We have up front and in the middle. At the back, not so much. And there's only two days now between not between now and the close of the transfer window. The second season, not in a row, where we are shutting the transfer window before the start of the season. And I still think is a brilliant idea, because in the previous years, where you've had the season start and there's 2 or 3 rounds of games before sort of the window shuts, you're getting people in not for the deadline. You know, like you're making signings like you don't want to. Chionson. You know, and you get players you don't necessarily want, and you want players that you do want but don't get. But of course, if there's a restriction, it sort of keeps things balanced, because there's nothing worse than starting the season trying to scramble around, trying to get deals over on whilst concentrating on taking training and everything else. It just unbalances everything. So I think it's good that it shuts early. So there you go. So yeah, let's start with what we say is the highs and lows of pre-season. So I'm a traditionalist. Let's get the bad out of the way first. Okay. No defenders brought in, with the exception of William Saliba, who we have loaned straight back out on loan, which makes complete sense. You know, we need a defender. We paid for him. Send him back on loan. Really, I don't really see the logic in that. So yeah, we still got no new additions in terms of defence apart from Saliba, but like I say, he's going back out on loan. We've been tracking the likes of Kieran Tierney and Lewis Dunk and Samuel Umtiti all across all summer. Out of them 3, Kieran Tierney still looks to be the likeliest. Hopefully we can just get that one over the line just before the window shuts on Thursday evening. Celtic are playing a very hard ball. 3 bids. We've now had rejected, or possibly 2. But I'm certain that Kieran Tierney will be a gooner by 5 PM Thursday night. Laurent Koscielny. I made a video of this several weeks back. Long story short, our longest serving player, our captain, refused to play in our US tour, went on strike. So, well, as I say, screw him. You know, still hasn't apologised, he's still lingering around. However, I think we are close to a breakthrough of selling him to Bordeaux. Of course, that does leave us slightly short at the back, but for the good of the club and the morality, I think selling him is still the best option, because we can bring money in for him straight away. I think, you know, hopefully if we sell Koscielny, that's more money for the likes of Kieran Tierney or Lewis Dunk, or for Samuel Umtiti. Let's make it happen. Let's get over the line. The Kroenkes. Now this thing has started bad, which started good. Basically, just for of US tour, several great Arsenal fans made a petition that went live on Twitter, called hashtag We Care, hashtag Do You, and it was a open letter to our owners, the Kroenkes, to sort of say, look, we're here week in, week out, be it on TV, in the stands, or in walks of life, wanting the best for this club. You clearly don't seem to want it. And the response to that was overwhelming, because the, well, as usual, Stan Kroenke, the dad, not a word for him. He's called Silent Stan for a reason. His son Josh apparently was really taken aback and upset by this letter and petition, and his response was, we do care, we're working on this, be excited. Those were the two words that he initialised, and they were called be excited. Was he? Well, I mean, sorry, were we? Yep. I think that thing was a massive turning point in our club, like for everyone and that. So we go on to the highs. Yeah, that's literally, like, I'd say, like the only downs of this pre-season, like Laurent Koscielny and no case of defence still. So on to the massive highs. Our signings. Yeah. We have made quite a few good signings. Like I said, like William Saliba. We signed him, but we have sent him back on loan to Saint Etienne. What's brilliant is that two of our signings were being tracked by Tottenham, and they chose us over Tottenham. So yeah, like the other one, Daniel Ceballos. He is a loan. The original plan was a loan to View to buy. That hasn't been given the green light by Real Madrid. They have said no, whatever happens, it's just a loan. He's coming back at the end of the season. I mean, after all, like, his release clause is 500 million. So yeah, we ain't gonna be paying that. Well, I mean, we could, if we want to pay off for the next decade and a half. But he's a fantastically gifted young player, like it is Caballeros. So to have him on loan is brilliant. He will fill the void for Aaron Ramsey, hopefully. Gabriel and Martinelli, our first signing of the summer, like a young Brazilian forward, has featured in our pre-season games, even scored against the Colorado Rapids. Very, very impressed with what I've seen of him. He really does look the business. Like, he's young, he's Brazilian. What more do you need to succeed in football? I do like the look of him. He will be good. Maybe not always going to be a first teamer initially, but I think like he was serving us well in the cups and the Europa League. So come the end of the season, he might be a starter. Who knows? When we brought in Macho Guendouzi last season, we didn't expect him to go straight to the first team, at least start straight away. But look what happened, and look at him now. The other signing, before I get to him, I'm going to say that's a down. Because we tried for a long time to prize Wilfried Zaha from Crystal Palace. It just didn't materialise because Palace wanted more and more money for him. I do think Zaha is a brilliant player. 80 million plus, I don't think is the case for him, but that's the way that's football is these days. And and I don't hold a grudge for Palace, for it. I feel as though if he's your best asset, you'd want to hold on to. I mean, after all, they did sell their best defender to Manchester United. To lose one massive player from Palace. It's unfortunate. To lose to would have been a disaster. So I don't blame Palace playing hardball, wanting to hold on to him, you know, like he is, like their golden asset. So it makes sense. It really does. So I'm disappointed to lose out on Wilfried Zaha. But instead of Wilfried Zaha, we had brought Nicolas Pepe. Where did that come from? 72 million. I mean, that's the most brilliant thing of all, is that we were told throughout the start of this transfer window before we'd only have a budget of 40 million. 40 million wasn't going to get us anything. And then all of a sudden, 72 million. So that was one of the results of the petition, like sort of saying, you know, not just Kroenke saying, be excited. Straight away, we buy in like, to all these players. Saying, be excited. Are we excited? Yes, we are now. We are excited. Nicolas Pepe, second best player in terms of goals and assists in Ligue 1 last season, just behind Kylian Mbappe. And I know like a lot of people would say, oh, well, it's the French league, you know, it's like the Scottish Premier League. That's what everyone said when Alexander Lacazette arrived two seasons ago. Look at him now. Lacazette is gold dust to us, and hopefully Pepe, along with the likes of Ozil, Aubameyang, will just fit in and just hit the ground running. He did play in the African Cup of Nations, so I'm not expecting him to start against Newcastle, but I think he will come off the bench and play a part. If he can hit the ground running, like I said, then more power to us. Absolutely, you know, I'm really pleased with the signing of Nicolas Pepe. And the fact that sort of like both Manchester clubs, Bayern Munich, PSG, Tottenham, they were all after him. The fact that he chose us is just goes to show like that we still have like the pulling power to attract some of the biggest players on this planet. And I for one like commend it. I think it's brilliant. Another masterstroke. Not really like an on-pitch signing, but like a backroom signing. Bringing back Invincible legend Edu as sporting director was a masterstroke, because since he's come in, we have been able to bring the likes of Pepe, Martinelli, Ceballos, Saliba. All these four players have come in since Edu has joined the backroom staff, and I think that's brilliant. Another reason to be excited for this season is our abundance and emergence of youth coming through the ranks and how they've done on pre-season. We shift things around a lot at the back room as well. Freddie Ljungberg, another like Invincible legend, is now assistant to Unai Emery and Steve Mould, going the other way to manage the under 23s. So we are going to promote youth this season and give youth a chance, which I think is brilliant. I mean, our young talent is brilliant. You know, like the likes of Joe Willock, Eddie Nketiah, Emil Smith-Rowe, John Jules, Saka, all these players, you know, we're going to give them all a chance, be it in like Europa League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, on the bench for some games. I feel as though that by doing so, we're going to really promote the squad, increase the squad, give youth everywhere, and that. Like I say, we just need to improve on the defence, and we still haven't been able to shift like the Deadwood in the likes of Mkhitaryan, Mustafi, El Henne and stuff like that. But you know, maybe come January in times to come, like that will happen. But what's important is that right now that we all stick together. So yeah, like I say, like the results for pre-season, like have been like a mixed bag. Some good, some bad. So obviously for the good, we beat Colorado Rapids like in our first game by 3-0, which was just basically Stan Kroenke's money grabbing all stars friendly, basically. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Show out. We competed in the International Champions Cup for the first time, not this season. We played Bayern Munich in the first game. We beat them, which was brilliant. I'm not beating Bayern Munich. Draw with Real Madrid to lose on penalties to them. You know, despite the result, I think that we gave a good showing against them. Same as Barcelona. Like to lose to Barcelona, that was unfortunate. But like I say, we went out there in both games against Barca, Real and Bayern, and just sort of just put on a performance. You know, because sometimes on pre-season, like, it's not always about the result, it's the performance, you know, it's how you play and that. You know, like we did show that we're still shaky at the back, and that will come in time. But going forward, as we show time and time again, there is absolutely no problem with scoring goals and being stylish. So that's not an issue. Our other friendly games, like we beat Fiorentina 3-0, like, which was handy. A draw against Orges, which resulted in a penalty shootout, which we won. And then, like I said, losing like to Lyon in the Emirates Cup was disappointing, you know, considering you are supposed to win the Emirates Cup. And the injury to Lacazette, but I feel as though that was just a minor precaution. Lacazette should be raring to go for the game against Newcastle on Saturday, but yeah, like another low, that like losing like the Emirates Cup, yeah, disappointing. Like I say, like it's friendly. I mean, you know, if we did win it, you know, like the Emirates Cup, we would celebrate it and be happy. Nowhere near as much as the Tottenham fans of a lot of their pitiful Audi Cup. Sorry, I had to get that in. You know, I don't know like if anyone saw that Tottenham fan lot online, like, who decided to get a tattoo with all the Cup winners 2019 on it. But then again, I'm sort of thinking, you know, it's been 10 years since they won a trophy. Got to mark the occasion somehow, like, haven't you? But in closing, I think we've had a good pre-season overall. Like I say, it's always about testing times, seeing like what happens, trying new things, and getting on with it and seeing like what happens. But like I say, a good pre-season overall, and now it's time like for the serious stuff. Newcastle United away on Sunday afternoon, our first game of the 2019-20 season. We are away. We haven't been away, sort of like we haven't really performed away well consistently for about 3 seasons now. Hopefully this will be the start of that. I will be doing a preview of it, like in the days to come. Don't you worry. Previews and reviews of the games are coming back. I can't wait. I literally am bursting at the seams here for the season not to start. I just want it to get on and just go for it. So boom, carry on. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Arsenal's pre-season. Anybody wants to leave any comments, please do so below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And a very good day and afternoon to you all. Bye.